communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome to Millennium News Hour. I am Tanzeeba Naurin. In today's bulletin, we will present top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines of the day. OpenAI averts international crisis with return of CEO Sam Altman. President Joe Biden orders U.S. flags lowered in memory of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Ex-Obama admin official recorded taunting NYC food vendor with Islamophobic language. 2 dead after vehicle crashes into Rainbow Bridge checkpoint and explodes at US-Canada border in Niagara Falls. Biden declares emergency over lead in waters in US Virgin Islands. Four men found dead inside home in Denver suburbs, police say. Police say 2 dead and 5 wounded in Philadelphia shooting that may be drug-related. Three dead and 3 missing after landslide rips through remote Alaska fishing community. U.S. thwarts plot to kill Sikh separatists. Israel-Hamas agree to 4-day truce. King Charles III honors Korean pop girl group Blackpink during South Korean president's state visit. 25 killed when truck overloaded with food items and people crashes in Nigeria's north. And Tiger Woods and son Charlie to play in PNC Championship again. You are listening to headlines, now news in detail. The co-founder of a leading US artificial intelligence firm is making a comeback to the company that terminated him as CEO last week, the latest twist in a week-long drama over its leadership. OpenAI, which owns the popular chatbot ChatGPT, announced late on Tuesday on the social media platform X that it had reached an agreement in principle to bring back tech entrepreneur Sam Altman as CEO. It also said it had reached a consensus on a new initial board, with members including former Salesforce co-CEO Brett Taylor, former U.S. Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, and Quora CEO Adam D'Angelo. Altman wrote on X he was looking forward to returning to OpenAI and building on our strong partnership with Microsoft. OpenAI's board sacked Altman last week, offering few reasons for the decision. A storm soon broke within the company. Hundreds of staff threatened to quit in solidarity with Altman, and investors put pressure on the company to restore calm. However, Altman said that he has the support of Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella to return as OpenAI CEO under a new leadership structure. President Joe Biden has ordered that U.S. flags on federal government buildings and property will be lowered to half-staff for 5 days in recognition of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died Sunday at the age of 96. Biden's order calls for flags to fly half-staff from Saturday through sunset on Wednesday, November 29, the day Carter will be buried in Plains, Georgia, the hometown she shared with former President Jimmy Carter. The order applies to flags at the White House, all other federal buildings and grounds, and all military and naval posts, including Navy vessels in the U.S. and its territories, along with all U.S. diplomatic, military, and naval outposts abroad. Such orders are common when major federal government figures die, including first ladies. Presidential spouses, though, do not receive state funerals. Rosalynn Carter will be honored with public events beginning Monday in Sumter County, Georgia, where she and the former president were born, wed, and lived most of their lives. Jimmy Carter, who is 99, remains at home under hospice care. A former national security advisor in the Obama administration was captured in a series of videos harassing and verbally abusing a New York City food court vendor with Islamophobic language. The incidents came to light after a person on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, posted video of Stuart Seldowitz taunting the court operator on the Upper East Side. In one clip that appeared to be shot at night, Seldowitz asked the vendor if he had raped his daughter like Muhammad did. The vendor politely asked Seldowitz to leave. "Why should I go?" Seldowitz asked. "I'm standing here. I am an American. I have freedom. It's a free country. It's not like Egypt." In another clip that appeared to be shot in daytime hours, Seldowitz called the vendor a terrorist and said, "It's not my fault you pray to a criminal. You support killing little children." Seldowitz told the vendor, "You kill children, not me." The vendor said, "If we killed 4,000 Palestinian kids, you know what? It wasn't enough." Seldowitz said after telling the man he had no right to be on the sidewalk. In a second daytime shot, Seldowitz again sought to mock the vendor before a bystander intervened and prompted him to leave. The FBI is investigating a vehicle explosion Wednesday at the border crossing between Canada and the United States on the Rainbow Bridge in Niagara Falls, New York. All western New York bridge crossings into the U.S. were shut down as well, the Erie County executive said. The vehicle was headed into the U.S. from Canada, the Erie County Sheriff's Office said. Several emergency vehicles were at the entrance of the bridge and federal authorities were investigating. Governor Kathy Hochul said she was aware of the incident and is traveling to Buffalo to meet with law enforcement officials. She said New York State Police will be actively working with the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force to monitor all points of entry into the state. "I have been briefed on the incident on the Rainbow Bridge in Niagara Falls and we are closely monitoring the situation. State agencies are on site and ready to assist," she said in a post on X. President Joe Biden declared an emergency over lead-in water contamination in the U.S. Virgin Islands earlier this week, after tests on St. Croix revealed levels more than 100 times the limits set by the Environmental Protection Agency, among the worst results a U.S. community has seen in decades. "On a personal level, it's been frightening and frustrating," said resident Randall Gerard, executive director of Crucian Heritage and Nature Tourism Incorporation. Officials told residents to stop using their taps and began distributing vouchers for bottled water. Lead can have devastating effects on childhood development, behavior, and IQ scores, but experts consulted by the Associated Press said the frightening results may be false because they came from testing that does not meet EPA standards. "The data should be thrown into the garbage," said Mark Edwards, a Virginia Tech lead and a water expert who helped identify the lead problems in Flint, Michigan. Four men were found dead Tuesday inside a home just north of Denver, authorities said. Deputies responded to a call about a gunshot victim at a home in the afternoon and found the four men dead inside. The Adams County Sheriff's Office said via the social media platform X. The agency said it appeared to be an isolated incident and there was no ongoing threat to the public. The house was locked, so deputies forced their way inside and found one man dead from a gunshot wound, Sergeant Adam Sherman told the Denver Post. Deputies found the other three deceased men while checking the rest of the house, Sherman said. Initial indicators show three of the four men were family members, Sherman said. The person who called 911 was a family member of one of the victims, he said. The discovery was made a day after three people were fatally shot in a rural area southwest of Denver, allegedly over a property dispute between neighbors. A suspect in that case was arrested near Albuquerque, New Mexico, authorities announced Tuesday. A shooting in Philadelphia killed two men and wounded five others Tuesday night, and police said the violence may have been drug-related. Reports of shots being fired sent police to Fairhill Street in North Philadelphia at about 8:30 p.m., where they found four wounded men on the ground. Interim Police Commissioner John Stanford told reporters. All were taken to a hospital where two were pronounced dead, Stanford said. Three other wounded men walked into three hospitals, but there was no immediate word on their conditions. The men ranged in age from about 19 to 32 or 33, Stanford said. At least 70 shots were fired, he said. Four handguns and a long gun along with narcotics were found at the scene, and investigators believe several shooters were involved, he said. Three people were killed and three were missing after a landslide barreled down a heavily forested, rain-soaked mountainside and smashed into homes in a remote fishing community in southeast Alaska. The slide, estimated to be 450 feet wide, occurred about 9 p.m. Monday during a significant rain and windstorm near Wrangell, an island community of 2,000 people some 155 miles south of the state capital of Juneau. Rescue crews found the body of a girl in an initial search, and late Tuesday the bodies of two adults were found by a drone operator. Searchers used a cadaver-sniffing dog and heat-sensing drones to search for two children and one adult unaccounted for after the disaster, while the Coast Guard and other vessels looked along a waterfront littered with rocks, trees, and mud. Alaska State Troopers spokesperson Austin McDaniel said a woman who had been on the upper floor of a home was rescued. She was in good condition and receiving medical care. One of the three homes that was struck was unoccupied, McDaniel said. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BT Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. US authorities thwarted a plot to kill a Sikh separatist in the United States and issued a warning to India over concerns the government in New Delhi was involved, the Financial Times reported. citing unnamed sources. There was no immediate response from India's Foreign Ministry or from the US Embassy in New Delhi to requests for comment on the report. The Financial Times said that the sources did not say if the protest to India resulted in the plot being abandoned by the plotters or if it was foiled by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The protest to New Delhi was registered after Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was welcomed on a state visit by President Joe Biden in June, the report said. The report comes 2 months after Canada said there were credible allegations linking Indian agents to the June murder of a Sikh separatist leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar in a Vancouver suburb. India has rejected Canada's accusations. Apart from the diplomatic warning to India, US federal prosecutors have also filed a sealed indictment against at least one suspect in a New York district court, the FT report said. The paper identified Gurpatwant Singh Pannoon as the target of the foiled plot. Israel's government and Hamas on Wednesday agreed to a ceasefire in Gaza for at least 4 days to let in aid and release at least 50 hostages captured by Hamas fighters in exchange for at least 150 Palestinians jailed in Israel. The first truce in a brutal near 7-week-old war, reached after negotiation mediated by Qatar, was hailed around the world as a sign of progress that could ease the suffering of Gaza's civilians and bring more Israeli hostages home. Israel said the ceasefire could be extended further as long as more hostages were freed. The official start time for the truce is expected to be announced within 24 hours, with the first hostages to go free on Thursday. A statement by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said 50 women and children would be released over 4 days at a rate of at least 10 per day. Beyond that, the truce could be extended as long as an additional 10 hostages were freed per day. It made no mention of the release of Palestinian detainees, but Israel's Justice Ministry published a list of 300 names of Palestinian prisoners who could be freed. Hamas said the initial 50 hostages would be released in exchange for 150 Palestinian women and children held in Israeli jails. The truce deal would also allow hundreds of trucks of humanitarian, medical and fuel aid to enter Gaza, the Palestinian group said in a statement. King Charles III paid tribute to K-pop band Blackpink on Wednesday, giving them honorary gongs for their work fighting climate change by raising awareness among young people. During a 3-day state visit by South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol, Charles made Jennie Kim, Jisoo Kim, and Lalisa Manoban honorary members of the Order of the British Empire in recognition of the group's role as COP26 advocates for the COP26 summit in Glasgow 2021. Roseanne Park was also honored, but since she has dual New Zealand citizenship, her MBE is substantive. In addition to being King of the United Kingdom, Charles is head of state for 14 realms, including New Zealand, which retained the monarch as their sovereign after gaining independence from the former British Empire. The honors were presented Wednesday morning in the 1844 room at Buckingham Palace. The awards are part of Britain's honour system, which recognizes outstanding service to the nation and the wider world. Non-UK citizens and those who aren't members of the 14 realms receive honorary versions of the awards. Charles had lauded the K-pop girl group on Tuesday at a glittering banquet. A truck overloaded with food items and more than 200 people crashed in north-central Nigeria's Niger state, killing 25 passengers and injuring dozens of others, authorities said Wednesday. The truck was in its way to Nigeria's economic hub of Lagos on Tuesday when it crashed in Takolafia village in Niger's Magama district on Tuesday, according to Nigeria's Road Safety Agency. Niger Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago said in a statement that the 25 victims have been taken to a nearby mortuary while other passengers were being treated for their injuries. Kumar Sukwam, sector commander of Nigeria's Federal Road Safety Corps in Niger, told the Associated Press that it's believed some of the passengers wanted to travel with a trailer through twisted night to avoid unsafe roads during the day. Overloading and speeding are common causes of crashes along major roads in Nigeria where traffic rules are often not adhered to, with drivers who disobey the rules often escaping penalties. Authorities are going to ensure that stringent penalties are meted out to traffic rule violators in Niger State. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 15,907.89. The NYSE composite is increased by 46.32 points or 0.29%. Tokyo stock close price is 33,451.83. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 97.69 points or 0.29%. Shanghai stock close price is 3043.61. The Shanghai index is decreased by 24.32 points or 0.79%. Hong Kong stock close price is 17,734.60. The Hang Seng index is increased by 0.71 points or 0.00%. Bombay stock close price is 66,023.24. The Sensex index is increased by 92.47 points or 0.14%. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Tiger Woods is returning to the PNC Championship, the 36-hole event that has become one of his favorites because of his partner, his son. Woods and 14-year-old Charlie are playing the PNC Championship for the fourth straight year, the one tournament he has not missed during the last injury-plagued 4 years. It is an amazing gift to be able to share my love of golf with Charlie, and we genuinely do look forward to playing in the PNC Championship all years, Woods said Wednesday. Competing together against a field of so many golfing greats and their families is so special. The PNC Championship is December 16 to 17 at the Ritz-Carlton Golf Club Orlando at Grand Lakes. Woods and son were runner-up in 2021, just 10 months after Woods badly damaged his right leg and ankle in a car crash in Los Angeles. They finished 7th in their 2020 debut and tied for 8th last year. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. OpenAI averts international crisis with return of CEO Sam Altman. President Joe Biden orders US flags lowered in memory of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Ex-Obama admin official recorded taunting NYC food vendor with Islamophobic language. 2 dead after vehicle crashes into Rainbow Bridge checkpoint and explodes at US-Canada border in Niagara Falls. Biden declares emergency over lead in waters in US Virgin Islands. Four men found dead inside home in Denver suburbs, police say. Police say 2 dead and 5 wounded in Philadelphia shooting that may be drug-related. Three dead and 3 missing after landslide rips through remote Alaska fishing community. US thwarts plot to kill Sikh separatists. Israel-Hamas agree to 4-day truce. King Charles III honors Korean pop girl group Blackpink during South Korean president's state visit. 25 killed when truck overloaded with food items and people crashes in Nigeria's north. And Tiger Woods and son Charlie to play in PNC Championship again. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our website. Our website address is www.millenniumnews24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.